hottest station is now live for your enjoyment with host iamBranded.
All right, I appreciate it. All right, let's get it started.
Yeah.
This is Charles. I am Brandon Madison of Nexxlegacy Radio, and I have a guest, and I've been a fan of this man's music for quite some time, and I am grateful that not only is he here to tap in and just kind of keep us up to date with what he's got going on musically, what he thinks about the stuff going on in the industry, repping that Dago as well, but man, being a fan, the level of appreciation that I have from the rawness of his talents and all that good shit is not only appreciated and respected, but still needed in this game today. And I want to welcome Mr. Motherfucking Shadow to Nexxlegacy Radio, San Diego Music Showcase. What's good?
What's up, my boy? Thank you for having me, man.
Man, I appreciate you, man. And before I get into Q&As, bro, I just got to tell you that being a fan, it's an honor to listen to your music. I could literally, and I've been telling my people up here in the Bay, bro, like, man, this dude Shadow, and they love you up here too, but I always say, not just when I got to a situation where I was like, look, man, I could do something to pay it forward and appreciate this man's music. Your music got me through some shit. And not only that, like, your music is definitely on some inspirational level type stuff where I just feel like your creativity, your flow, how you handle yourself and the positiveness that I feel like a lot of us get from your shit that you put out over the years is well respected, man. So thank you.
Thank you guys, man, for the support.
Man, always. So the ones out there that's getting to know you and all this other stuff that don't know you, like, I mean, tell the people out there trying to get to know you for the first time your origin story, bro. Like, how'd you get started doing your music? And, you know, was there a specific song or songs or an artist that, you know what, got you hyped up to the point where it's like, you know what, I could be an MC as well?
Yeah, so my professional career started in 96. I was only 16 when I wrote my first song, which was Till I Die.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the song that basically started my everything, you know. That was my either make it or break it song. I told myself if they weren't fucking with it, then I wasn't going to, you know, move forward with, you know, music. But
yeah,
just off of that one song, you know, the program director from Z90 in San Diego threw me on a tour with a lot of Shit Brown with just that one song opening up for them.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, but prior to that, I was just growing up, you know, listening to old school hip hop and my homeboy Night Owl, rest in peace, from my neighborhood, who would do neighborhood raps, and I would see him doing it and heard the songs after he did them, and I just liked it. You know, it felt good to listen to him talking about the streets we would walk on and, you know, streets we cruised around in, and then mentioning all the homeboys' names. I just thought it was cool, you know. So at 13, I started to pick up a pen and write verses, and I thought they were cool, but obviously they weren't cool enough to make me, you know, go into a studio and record something. But finally, when I was 16, I took More Bounce to the Ounce, and I told Steve Vicious to flip More Bounce to the Ounce like I've never heard before, and he did. You know, so I went in there on a Sunday, recorded it, went straight to the radio station after that, and the rest is history, bro.
Man, it's crazy that you could take moments of, like, you know, the mid to late 90s and just kind of remember where he was, what day it was. Like, it was on a Sunday when I did this, and I took it straight over to the radio station to do that. Like, I think it's inspiring when you kind of dial back and just kind of realize not just where you were and what you were doing, but how you wanted to do it. You got fired up for certain specific things around hip hop that made you want to do this shit. So, I mean, what's keeping you motivated now? Like, this, you talked about what it was back in 96, but what's motivating you right now, 2025, that, you know what, I still got not just enough in me, but, I mean, I still feel like I could be a factor in this damn industry?
Yeah, so I'm just tired, dog. I'm tired of all the whack shit that's out there. Like, before, you could distinguish, you know, who was from where. Like, there was West Coast music, there was down south, there was East Coast music, and you can tell what it was. But right now, somebody from San Diego, somebody from Texas, somebody from Albuquerque, somebody from Louisiana, they can make a song and you can't tell where they're from. They can, you know what I mean? It's the same type of beat, same type of flow, and it's like it's boring, bro. There's no talent. It's all about being popular. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of rappers in California that are looked at as superstars and they're trash.
Right.
So it's just that just motivates me to try to bring it back to the way it was before with that authentic West Coast sound. You know what I'm saying? Like the old Dog Pounds and Snoop Dogs and the stuff that the older heads are used to anyways, because all these young cats, they think it's cool to follow somebody who's whack. And that's why I made this record, bro. And I got two producers who are they produce for Snoop. They produce with Battle Cat, which is Dr. Evo, and Amplified, who co-produces with Battle Cat. And yeah, man, it's. I told them I just want them original West Coast beats, and then they came through. And then my boy Chops blessed me with another West Coast joint, and just recorded 15 songs, bro. And I love the record. It really came out the way I wanted it to, and that's why I named the album "I'm Done, Bring It Back," because I'm done with all this whack music that's out, bro, and I want to bring it back to the original, authentic West Coast sound. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I love you for making that effort to put that shit back to where I feel like and you feel like, and I'm sure everybody else feel like, where we need to be in terms of creativity and shit. Because you're right, bro. Like, you listen to like random shit nowadays, and you just want to get a feel for their culture, where they were from, that soil, that place that they really and truly honor. Like, I love my Bay shit. You put something out that's Bay Area related, you could tell that motherfucker's from the Bay, male or female, right? So same thing with Dago, same thing with New York, same thing with LA. Like, what? And you and I, it's just you and I talking. You and I and the whole goddamn world talking right now. But let's keep it true. Why do you feel like it went from that to now it's there? And then here we are again trying to be able to reminisce and try to bring back what was old, because that shit's a legacy at the end of the day, and this new random shit is not, in my opinion.
Right. No, you're absolutely right, bro. And and then there's still people out there who can't even listen to none of these new songs. They appreciate that old stuff that they're used to, and like I have people that have been rocking with me for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And they've been waiting for something from me, and they expect nothing but what they remember of me. They don't want me to switch it up and try to ride the wave or try to fit in with these young cats. Like, at the end of the day, they're following me for these past 30 years because they like what I've been putting out for 30 years. So I can't let them down and flip it on them and try to release this new type of sound where I think I'd sound corny on it. You know what I mean? So I went and got the best West Coast production, bro. I got the best West Coast features that I can get. I have Ice Cube and Cocaine on one song. I have Be Real from Cypress Hill on another song. And I mean, it don't get more West Coast than that,
Come on, man. Hey, both of those people I had the pleasure of having dialogue with. And one thing I respect about you being a fan of your music is that I heard no switch up. I think with each track or each project or whatever that I've heard over the course of your career, I mean, all I've heard was consistency, and there's levels to that shit at the end of the day. So if you a new person coming out, like, okay, we're going to try to save some of these people from themselves, right? So you and me trying to see the world right now and be like, look, in order for you to, like, move forward and build a legacy, you got to be creative. You can't just bow down to all this random shit that's being played, right? Tell the new ones out there the game that's, and how much effort it's going to take in order for you to be consistent, because there's distractions out there that'll tell you otherwise, right?
Yeah, no, and like you said, bro, I mean, it's going to take people being authentic, being creative, being something that hasn't been heard, and if it has been heard, you got to flip it a different way. Like I try to keep my sound authentic, but at the same time evolving, like uh, I can't come out with stuff that I did 30 years, but I could be
Hmm.
the same way I was 30 years because that's all I know. I don't play the part. I don't rap about things that I've never done. I don't rap about movies. Everything on my records is 100% truth.
Right.
Things I've done, things I'm doing. So, you know, and for some cats, that might be hard nowadays, bro. Like, people know how to be phony and be Instagram famous and, what I'm saying, still living at their mama's house, but they're over here flashing all this fake jewelry and flashing all this fake money. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, bro, every single video that comes out nowadays, it's a video with some rented girls that
Yeah.
are shaking their ass, some
Yeah.
fake money in stacks over their shoulder, some fake guns, cars that they don't even own, and it's like, man, where's the authenticity? Where's the integrity, man? Like, dude, you know what I mean? Like they just doing it for the gram, bro, and I don't do it for the gram. I do it for the fam, homie. Like I gotta, that's what pays the bills, bro. So I can't be phony. I don't know how. Being real is the
Man,
only thing I know how to be. You know what I mean?
you said something that's on point that these people need to pay attention to. Because when you take artists like yourself and Cube and Be Real and some of these people out there who have literally paid their dues to this game, they could still rap about the shit they rap about 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years from now. Because not only did they live in and deal with it, but it was not only relatable because they felt it. Like we as fans felt it. We as fans feel your music and others based on like, you know what, it took me back to the 90s, right? Or whatever the fuck, right? Even the new
Yeah.
shit, the sound that you have is authentic and can't be copied or some of that shit out there. That's why it's important to establish your brand as a real original brand and not trying to do that shit for the gram, right?
Right. Yeah, man. You gotta be yourself, bro, and find your niche and roll with it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has an Edgar haircut. Everybody got, you know, I'm saying the same videos, bro. They all talk
Yeah.
about, hoes and huffing on Nas and all that, man. I mean, it is what it is. To each their own, bro. But you know, um, like I said before, ain't nothing changed but the numbers in the bank account. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Everything else is everything else is staying the same, bro. Because that's all I know. And I still speak about like this whole album. If you listen to it, um, it speaks about how I feel about the rap game, how I feel about
Hmm.
these rappers on me that claim to be superstars that have no talent. That's what this album is all about. Like, look, I'm done. Bring it back. We're gonna
There you
bring it
go.
back to the West Coast, the authentic way.
There it is. Mr. Shadows, my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio. And I got to talk about Dago, bro, because, I just feel like and I got enough people out there, shout out to Jail Felony and some of these other people out there that has real been influential in, not just the music, but my support over this station or whatnot. But I feel like it's right that we have a showcase that runs on like mainstream type of radio consistently to be able to tap into these San Diego artists because, bruh, like there's a lot of talent that's hidden in like hidden gems, I would say. What is your thought about not just Dago music and the artists? I'm talking about of all genres and shit that's out there, but your feeling about just, having an opportunity to have not just a home for San Diego music, but just to be able to get it out there where it can go beyond just that base of fans to out there over the world.
Yeah, bro. I mean, to start, I mean, for starters, we've always been overlooked. You know what I'm saying? Anything that comes through, everything, it's always been LA, 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 LA. You
Right.
know, they never considered San Diego a hip hop hub for say. They always thought, we're just the homies from San Diego, but we got some big hitters from SD, man. Like
Mm.
I've traveled the world and I've heard, you know, Mexican, blacks, Asians and whites bumping us around the world like in Japan and Italy and Spain
Right.
and all these places that I've traveled to. And I mean, I don't know that I would have gone to these places if it wasn't for my music. You know what I mean? And like just the other day, I got hit up for a tour in South America, in Bolivia, in Colombia, and in Chile, Peru. All these crazy ass cities, bro, and state and countries, and we opened a lot of doors for a lot of artists from not only from San Diego but from LA. LA didn't have the sound that we had in San Diego, and then you had 1,000 rappers that came out and started to try to copy the style, which is cool. That's what they're doing now. But back then, you only had a chosen few that had that San Diego sound, and it was mostly because of Steve Vicious. You know what I'm saying? And Steve Vicious had that sound. But like you said, you had a lot of homies that like G-Lo 702. You had your Jail Felonies, your Mitchies, your Big Junes, Damus, Mr. Little One, you know, and it's not just the rap genre. I mean, we got POD who went major. We had a lot of rock bands that went major, but it still doesn't get the spotlight, bro. Everybody thinks they're from everywhere else except San Diego for whatever reason.
What is the Blink 182s, and there's a lot. The Andre Days. Like there's a lot of culture in Dago music that still should be, like you said, well represented. And sometimes, and I used to hear this being up here from the Bay, it's just like, you pair San Diego and LA up and be like, oh, LA folks, or some people would say, in radio or whatnot, oh yeah, that's little brother over there in SD, right? But yeah. I just look at it as y'all twins at the end of the day, because to me, I think the integration of like LA music don't sound like San Diego music, but it's still West Coast, if you get what I mean. Like, right, and I think that's a testament to like you and others for not trying to like you said, and we've been saying all this time, not trying to copycat people and shit like that. It's got a flavor to it where it's West Coast, but I'm not rapping like Cube, or I'm not rapping like somebody else. I'm me, and this is who I am. End of the day and shit like that too. So with San Diego, I gotta ask you this, just because people are trying to get to know you as well as your established fan base and shit. But what are some scenes in San Diego that you think is just like, I'm not trying to sound like a tourist, but give some people some spots out in San Diego that they should fuck with, like random shit that you're like, hey, if you come to Dago from the first time, you gotta go here or there.
I mean, if they want to go do some hood activities, and they got to go to the hoods where there's a lot of roots and history. You know what I'm saying? Like your Little Italies, your Logan, your San Isidro. You know what I mean? I mean, there's so many different hoods that are so rich in culture that, you can go visit. I wouldn't advise to do it at night, but go on a sunny day and take the fam and enjoy it, you know what I mean? But if you want to be a tourist, then you can go, starting in Coronado, La Jolla, you know what I'm saying? You got Carlsbad, Encinitas, the whole coastline, bro, from here to Orange County is just crazy. We just got so many beautiful spots. And inland, you have a lot of different things too, man. You so many festivals. Like up in North County, they have the Strawberry Festival, which is crazy. It goes on for like 3 days, and it's like tens of thousands of people. You got in Lemon Grove, you got the Lemon Fest, and then it's so many different things. But you got Seaport Village, where and then we have Islander Fest, and we're so diverse and have so many different cultures here that it's dope to live in San Diego, bro, because and then you're 15 minutes away from everything, bro. If you're downtown, it's 15 minutes to the border, 15 minutes to the beach, 15 minutes to East County. It's just crazy, bro. Everything's so accessible and it's cool. It's cool, Like I was born and raised in Little Italy, bro, and when gentrification came in and the big money came in and bought everybody's houses, that's when we got pushed out of the hood. And now you go over there and all you see is restaurants and $1 million condos, But there was a point in time where it was a hood. It was a hood, and we were deep, and it was the homies and the Sicilians and the Italians, and it was just a beautiful thing, man. But gentrification took over, and when big money comes in, bro, there's not much you can do unless you got big money.
No doubt. That's the same with Oakland, bro. Like, there's parts of Oakland I don't even recognize no more because that used to be my town. You got to go deep East Oakland to find out, like, oh, okay, yeah, these are the spots, you know what I mean, that has never changed. Yeah. But I got you on that, though, because unfortunately, it just seems like there's a lot because I don't even, notice parts of Oakland anymore because it's just different. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, exactly.
it's part of the, process of how we living and shit like that. Mr. Shadow, my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio, and with this project that you talked about, with all these features and shit like that, like, to me, I always feel like growth comes with just evolution, not just you from when you started in 96 to where you're at right now, but also how you pick and choose and how you write certain things. You still may have like a specific thing in mind when you go into a studio and start working, but what's your battle plan? What do you bring to the table when you come in to a studio to write something and or to get behind the booth? I'm trying to get into your mind as far as like, does it take you 5 minutes to write a lyric or lyrics or concept, whatever? So give us the 411 on your battle plan when you get ready to tap into the studio.
So every song I write, bro, I try to be as raw as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I try to let people feel my energy through my delivery, and it depends. It depends on what mood I'm in that day, bro. Like usually when I'm in the studio, I turn as soon as I walk through the door, it's Shadow. You know what I'm saying? And I try to up myself and I try to make it better than the last song. So whether the topic is the same or not, I try to make it sound better than the last one I did. And sometimes when I go in the studio, I'll drop 2 or 3 songs at a time, and I just, once I get in writing mode, bro, I'll write a whole song in 45, 50 minutes. You know what I mean? And it'll take me 20 minutes to drop it.
Wow.
I throughout the years, they gave me a nickname which was One Take Jake, because I do my stuff. Yeah, I just go in there and I drop it, bro, and it is what it is. But I started doing, bro, to challenge myself is, I know a lot of people might not be, familiar with these terms, but when I go out in there, I drop my lead track, then I drop my dubs, and I drop my ad lib. Once I do it, I listen to the song and I say, okay. I tell the engineer, erase my lead, and leave in the dubs and leave in the ad lib.
Right.
And then when I drop it, I hit those pockets where those ad libs are, and they have to be perfectly lined up. If not, I'm not satisfied with it. So I go in there, I drop my lead, dubs and ad libs, I erase the lead, I redrop the lead, and it always comes out with more energy and more dedication for some reason. Maybe the ad libs hype me up a little more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But that's my formula. When I go into any studio, no matter where I'm at, and I'm comfortable recording anywhere, bro. I don't care who's in the studio. I don't care who recorded there, who's there while I'm recording. Usually there's nobody there, but sometimes I'll have, visitors come through when I tell them, I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna be at the studio. I got an 8-hour block, and they pull up, and it could be anybody. I mean, from cocaine, anyone, and I'm still dropping it the same way. It doesn't. I mean, and it also has to do with me doing it for 30 years, but it's always trying to challenge myself.
Muscle memory, but I can hear the challenge that you have with each one. It's it's funny that you said One Take Jake, because I mean, you always hear stories about, man, I just did this in like one take or whatever the hell, right? Like sometimes it always to me, especially if you got a right beat or if you got a right certain situation that you wrote or whatever, like, you know what, I got this shit. And then, like you said, it's mood music at the end of the day. So if I'm feeling it, I'm going to kill this shit and finish it, and it's done, right? Like, done.
Yeah.
So,
yes, sir.
So respect on that. You can follow my man, Mr. Shadow, at Mr. Shadow 619. You can also hit him up at MrShadow.com. That's the website. Just Google that, man. Just see all that man's legacy just spilling out all over social media and stuff like that. So, how are you navigating through social media? We mentioned earlier before, like, we're not trying to be Instagram thugs or, there's too many, like, people out there that's just kind of, like, stunting just cuz. But how are you navigating through life with social media? And I'm sure I already know the answer to this question. There is life outside of social media, right? Like, you don't just fucking stay on there just to stay on there.
So much life. Like, look, I don't post like I'm supposed to be posting, bro. Like, my manager and other people in my circle tell me, bro, like, you got to post every day. You got to post at least 2 or 3 posts every day. and I barely got a TikTok going, bro. I don't even know how to use that shit, honestly. I think I have like 3 pictures up there or something, and I tried to go live on it the other day when I was signing autographs, when I was signing the CDs to Tim now, and I don't know how to use it, bro. I may sound stupid, but I'm just not that guy that posts every day and wants to be in the camera. You know, I'm not an attention whore, that's for sure, bro.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to learn how to use it for promotional and marketing purposes.
No doubt.
That's mostly what I want to get out of it. It's not gonna be, you know, they tell me, man, people want to know what you're doing, dog. They want to know what Shadow buying at the grocery store. They want to know what shoes Shadow's buying at what store, what clothes, and this and that. Like, honestly, bro, I don't even buy clothes. People just send me boxes of clothes and shit.
Hey, but at the end of the day, who the fuck cares? Like, you know, hey, I got to know. Look. Listen, if you want to go to shadow.com and get whatever the fuck you need to get, go there. Like, do that. But I get you, bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man. It's just
it's cool, bro, because, I mean, I get it. You know, people want to see you. They want to relate to you, and that's as close as they can get to you is being on the phone and looking at what you're doing and whatnot. But, I mean, to me, that seems corny, bro, that people want to be in front of the camera so damn much.
I know.
You know, but, you know, and they keep reminding me that, you know what, it's a tool. It's a tool that can reach the masses around the world. You know, because I guess my Instagram's linked to my Facebook. Once I drop something, and it automatically gets posted over there. Yeah. And bro, I'm having a hard time linking my Instagram to my TikTok, bro. Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It starts asking me questions and shit. I'm like, man, I'm cool.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Shadow, now I feel you, but let me add on to what you said when it comes to this, because I always say it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. I feel like, you know, you one click, bam, you're connected to everywhere in the world, people that may not know you and stuff like that. So it's great. You said it, what I always say, it's a damn tool. Use a tool, just like money. Money is a tool. Your peace of mind and your freedom comes with that. Like, the more you have, clearly, the more freedom you'll be able to do and be your best self at the end of the day. So I look at social media as that. I know a lot of people live for it, they will die for it or whatever. I always tell people, and I'm being your marketing guy. I know you got a team, but I'm on your team too. I'm always saying this. If you really want to get to know somebody, fuck them third-party Instagrams and the Facebooks and shit like that. Go see you perform. Go to your own website that you cultivate and nurture yourself. And then get some surprise shit that comes here and there and shit like that. But again, use that shit as a tool. Don't use it as an end-all, be-all, because you might get your feelings hurt. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly, man. So, you know, and like you said, bro, it's a blessing and a curse, man. It's as long as you use it right and you don't let it take control of your life, you're cool. You know what I mean? You're using it for the right purposes, like promoting your new album or your apparel or whatever it may be, man. But, you know, to try to be there and just, I've seen some dumb shit. I've seen some super dumb shit, bro. Like I sit there and I'm like, really? Like, why? Like, I don't get the logic. I don't get the logic behind it. But there's some crazy people out there, dog, that need help.
Hey,
you
man,
know,
you be having people going to war on that thing, man. They be relationships be falling apart because of that thing. People in their head, they be like, why you ain't post your man on social media? Woo. Like, you know what that is, Shadow? That's corny. That's corny.
Yeah.
Bro, get one that said that's corny if you do all of the above or whatever. Right?
Like you got Insta rappers, you got Insta models, and I mean, and these are self-proclaimed, bro, because golly, you know what I mean? It's crazy, bro, how being behind a phone makes people feel like there's something they're not, you know? And it's not only their fault, it's the people around them lying to them, bro. Like, yeah, you're dope as hell. Like, nah, they're trash. You know, oh yeah, you're beautiful. No, you're ugly. It's horrible, bro. I feel bad for those people, dog. Like, I feel bad for those people.
Man or woman be like, they gassing them up for no reason. Like, man, go sit your ass.
Yeah, waste of energy, bro.
Shadows, my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio, and couple more questions, man. But shit, I mean, people know where to go, social media, all that shit. People, people want to know. I know you got a project you talked about, shit like that. Any visuals that's gonna come with it? Are you more behind? You active behind the camera doing videos now, or what's up?
Yeah, no, absolutely, bro. First, I had to get healthy, bro. I was 268. I'm down to 191. You know what I mean? And I was a big old slob, and I wasn't happy with myself, bro. So I had to get myself right, not only for myself but for my kids, for my wife, and so I can be out there performing and doing it without having to worry about getting a heart attack on stage or something. So I had to get my health on. So I'm good now. Definitely have visuals coming, at least 4 to 6 for this album. The Ice Cube song being one of them. The other one with Be Real is another one, and a few other ones by myself. And yeah, man, just trying to market and promote it as much as I can to maximize everything on it.
Videos, is it going to be a straight to like let's go to YouTube and just put that shit out there, going to the website and check it out? Like, how's that going to be worked out?
Yeah, straight YouTube. I guess they're making me a YouTube channel.
Okay.
It'll be on there. And yeah, man, it's there's gonna be a tour kicking off next year. So I'll be posting all the cities on my website and on my social media. But yeah, if they go to the website, all my links are on there. And yeah, man, just come fuck with your boy, even if you never have, man. I promise you won't be disappointed. It's not your average cat that's just on there thinking he's a rapper. I always say there's a difference between an artist and a rapper. I've been an artist for 30 years, you know what I mean? I've been around the world. But you could go to Budapest, you could go to China, you can go to Japan, you can go to Brazil, Mexico, you could go to anywhere in the world, and somebody will tell you who I am. And these are facts because I look at my Spotify and it tells me there's countries I can't even pronounce, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's countries in Africa, there's countries in different parts of the world. I mean, I was just signing CDs and there's people from Russia, there's people from France, from Germany. I mean, it's crazy, bro. It's been a blessing, and we're gonna keep it pushing, bro. We're gonna push the line and hopefully it's a breath of fresh air for all these people that have been waiting for some good sounding music.
You was made to do this, bro. Like I always say, like, no matter how many tracks you put out, you feel like, all the shit you had to go through, the blood, sweat, tears, all of, lonely nights in some cases behind closed doors and shit like that, trying to put together a masterpiece, bro. Sometimes a lot of people forget, like a 3-minute track can take a day or 2 or longer in some cases to get it the way you want to get it. So there's a lot of process that comes with it. But deeper than that, though, like there's a lot of effort that you are literally inspiring other people to do, just based on the fact that you still got a lot in you to be able to get out there to the world. And you don't make music just for yourself anymore. You're giving that shit out there to the world, so you gotta respect it. You know what I mean? So,
right. And there's a lot of sacrifices that have been made for making music too. You know what I'm saying? And both personal and with the family and parents, and it was crazy, bro. It wasn't can't say it was always easy, because there was struggles, bro. There was struggles. I was a young dad at 18, and I used to take my son in his carrier, from his car seat, and he used to sit there and watch his dad do his thing, man. And same thing with my daughter, and yeah, bro. Now at this point, it's to the point where we're enjoying it. Like I take my wife and my daughter on almost every performance I do, whether it's here or out of the country. I try to take them with me so they can have that experience of the travel. And my daughter she's 12. She loves staying in hotels, and so I try to make it a cool little vacation for them.
That's cool, bro. That's cool. I was gonna say, hey, your son, is he he got some music in him to do? What's up? What's up with
you know what? My son, dog, he's actually super dope. He's recorded maybe 3 or 4 songs.
What?
Yeah, but he rather he's a naval electrician. He's a private contractor for the Navy. He works for General Dynamics.
Okay.
This is a company that builds warfare vehicles and airplanes and satellites and fighting systems, and he's the one that wires them up. So every Navy ship that comes into the port, he hops on there and makes sure that all the electricity is running proper, installs new satellites, runs new electrical panels. Like my boy's, he's zoned into that, bro, and he's really good at it. So, you know, he's a hard worker. He works sometimes 7 days a week. But you know, he had his music be in the back seat, bro, because he did it, and it was like that new age stuff, you know, but on another level, dog. Like I told him, I said, if you're gonna do something, it has to sound different than what everybody else is doing, bro.
Right.
So he definitely got something dope in him, bro, and it's in his blood. It's in his blood, but you know, he rather be on there on the Navy ships and stuff. That fool has.
Hey man, that's his father.
Yeah, man.
He's tied to music with blood because that's where he was birthed with that. He went with that, right? But you know, sometimes hey, in life, because I got a 22-year-old daughter, I get it. I get where your path is gonna go in a direction. As long as they happy doing what they doing at the end of the day, that's a win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah. Oh yeah. No, he loves it, bro. I mean, he'll be 26 this year, and yeah, man.
Crazy.
He's been through it all with me, so.
Right. I love it. Mr. Shadow's my guest on Nexxlegacy Radio, and in closing, a random question, and I feel like I'm not gonna put you on the spot, but I feel like I already know the answer, so I'm gonna just ask you the question. So, out of and I know you're a music guy, so rock with me when I ask you this. So, out of all the decades and all genres of all music, what is the best decade of music according to Mr. Shadow?
I think it's going to be the 70s and 80s, bro.
Oh, okay. Hey, all right.
Yeah.
I got to pick one, though. Pick one, man, 70s or 80s. You got it down to two now, so bring it to one. What's up?
I'm going to have to say the 70s, bro.
Why is that, sir? Why the 70s?
Well, because just the sound and, the technology wasn't as advanced as it is now, bro. Mm-hmm. And, to hear, like, your Bob Marleys and, because I don't listen to rap, dog. As messed up as that may sound, I don't listen to rap at all. I don't listen to anybody. And one of my main reasons is because I don't want to sit there and be driving or have some headphones on and be listening to somebody and I end up picking something up from somebody's, work and try to use it on mine. I'm cool. I've always been on that authentic, original, that comes from me, from my experiences, from my thoughts, my everything. So, but yeah, 70s because of the rawness of the music. You got your Jimi Hendrix, bro. You got so many dope sounds. I mean, it's crazy, dog. Like, to make the music they were making and make it so live and so dope, and have it being so contagious, dog, without having so much technology. That to me is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
The vibe of bands was still, at its apex, right? Like, everybody had to, of all genres, really, bands were winning back in the day. It was just a different kind of feeling, bro. Like,
yeah, absolutely,
way different.
And I appreciate musicians. I love when somebody's a dope drummer, a dope bass line. When somebody plays the bass or the guitar or a saxophone or a flute, a violin. Like, I'm big on that, bro. Like, I'm intrigued by talent. So. You really had to have talent back then to make noise,
Yeah, damn right. All right, so then, if that's the case, Shadow, and 70s is your music thing, all right, last question is, if you took anything fashion-wise from the 70s, which is your apex of music, to bring 2025, what are you bringing?
Oh, man. I don't know, dog. I don't know if I can see myself in bell bottoms. Yeah, or them shirts with the bottom of the sleeve all flowered out, bro. I don't know.
You gonna bring back this platform shoes, Shadow? You gonna get that big butterfly collar, bro? You gonna bring that shit back?
Might just have to, bro, and unbutton the front of it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Like some Hendrix, you know? Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Hey, man, that would be rough, bro. Like, you got to scale back and think about, damn, what's good
Hey,
that I can bring back? Like,
think of how I'll disrupt the internet, bro.
hey, for real, bro.
I'll go viral overnight, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, man, but even the gear, man, because, you know, I'm one of those, what is it, Gen X type of dude. So I know, like, man, it was just different. Music was different. How you dress was different. The hair, man, I can't grow hair like that no more, bro. But the afros, whoo, shit, like, nah.
Yeah, you know.
Bro, nah.
I have to have some hair down to my shoulders or something.
For real. Hey,
yes,
man,
sir.
give out some final shout-outs to the people out there that you fuck with and the new people out there that's tapping into you for the very first time, man. The floor is yours to say what's up.
Yeah. So, you know, shout out to everybody who rocks with me, you know, especially my close circle, my manager, Gary, out in Maui, my cousin, Finis, my bro, Uno, you know, of course, my family, my wife, and my children. I got to send shout out to each and every person that been rocking with me for 30 years. You know, I just said this the other day on my live. It wouldn't be me without them, you know, so I got to give them all the love and all the respect and all the appreciation for rocking with me and supporting me and letting me be me because, you know, they fuck with my music tough. And for all the new cats that don't really know who I am or really don't know, you know, my music, man, go check it out. You're gonna run yourself from 96 all the way to 2025, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to be like anybody. I'm just all I know is shadow, and that's all I do. I don't ride waves, and I don't try to get in where I fit in. You know, I just do me, and that's what's kept me going and with all this longevity and I love all of them, man. I love everybody, and God bless everybody. I hope you guys are living good, happy, and if you're not, then find a way to be happy because being bitter or angry over some dumb shit, you know, to kill that. You know what I mean? It's all about just living your best life, and because tomorrow ain't promised, bro. That's one thing I know for sure. That you know, I lost a lot of loved ones and close friends that I know that tomorrow is not promised, bro. So I literally live every day like it's my last. So with that, you know, hit up the website, MrShadow.com. Hit up the social media, Mr. Shadow 619. And, yeah, man, rock with your boy.
Hey, man, and in closing, I can't thank you enough for not just coming on Nexxlegacy, but also, man, give me an opportunity to chop it up with you to say thank you for, you know, the music that you put out, not just back in the day, but also now. But also, like, you know, a lot of people, I don't know if they tell you this shit, bro, but, you know, your music inspires a lot of other people, too, not just me, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, till I die, man, that's just, you know, one of my things that I've always said when I started fucking with your music is, like, you know, you've always been, like, starving, in my opinion. Like, everything I've heard just comes from hunger that I feel like you have when you create your music. So, man, I can't nothing but respect. And I got a chance to, you know, chop it up with you. And I work for you now, man. Anything marketing or, you know, radio station, your stuff's already on rotation on my radio station, but I work for you now. Anything you need, anything that, you know, platform is yours now. Tear it up, do what needs to be done in order for you to be able to push your agenda, which is putting real game out there to these streets all over the world. And I can't thank you enough for tuning on the Nexxlegacy, bro.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Also, I want to give a shout out, big shout out to my producers, Dr. Evo, Amplified, my boy Chops, and of course Ice Cube, Be Real, Cocaine, and thank you for, you know, rocking with your boy and making these features possible and to give these people something they haven't had. You know, they never heard an essay with Ice Cube. You know what I mean? Not only do I have Ice Cube on that song, but I have Cocaine. So it's a real treat. I hope you guys like it. Number 15 on the album. Yeah, that's number 5 on the album with Ice Cube, and number 9 with Be Real. So, once it comes out digitally, you guys can look it up. But for right now, if you want to get to bump it before everybody else, hit up the website, mrshadow.com. And every pre-order that I get, I'm signing it. I'm signing an 8x11 poster. And, yeah, man, we mailing them out.
Yep, and we as a station, we're going to figure out some promos and giveaways if y'all go ahead and go cop that new music from my man Shadow. And, man, I can't thank you enough, bro. Thanks for just, on, but also thanks for your music and your timeless legacy, bro. It means a lot.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me, bro.
Got you, man. I'll be in touch.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for listening to the #1 radio station for the people.
Nexxlegacy Radio.